Hey, everybody. This is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer, and welcome, my fellow Geminis. Love having you each month. Let's talk about September in 1 minute, because I've got a couple of announcements I want to share with you that I think you might be interested in. First of all, I don't usually offer specials, but with our world as crazy as it is, with our world just spinning out of control, what I realized is people need a personal forecast more than ever, but they can afford it very often less than ever. Okay, so I'm announcing my September special, which is either your 6-month forecast or your 12-month forecast at a sizable discount. And all you have to do is go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com. On the first page, you will find the September special. I highly recommend that you take advantage of it, because these specials don't occur often, as I said. It's just real important that we have a roadmap, that we have a guide. And when you know what your astrological forecast is, you are secure in the knowledge that you are spirit-led. So I highly recommend that you take advantage of that special. Okay, that's the first one. Second announcement. Some of you have been waiting for my latest book, and here it is. I haven't even gotten a copy of it. I just have the proof. It's called Your First Sexual Imprinting. It is not an astrology book. It is a self-empowerment book for women. In this book, I interview many women who share their first sexual imprinting, which is your first sexual experience. And these first sexual imprintings color our life. They can be very sweet and very beautiful. But what I have seen over the years that I have interviewed women is that they are not, particularly when they occur as a child. And the child doesn't have a way of expressing what has just gone on, but the child can tell by mommy and daddy's face what has gone on. This is a method for releasing old emotional trauma. And if this is speaking to you now, just go to Amazon and get yourself a copy of this book. You will find it to be very eye-opening. And if you would like your own personal Take Back Your Life session, because that's the technique I've come up with that works, all you have to do is go to my website, go to the spiritual coaching tab, and there you'll find a Take Back Your Life description. You can plug it in for any topic that you would like, and we can set up a personal session, one-on-one, on Zoom, you and me, together, totally confidential, as the stories in this book are. It is time to empower yourself. Okay. Now, let's look at your forecast, Gemini, for September. You can see that all the activity is right around this area of home and family and social life, which is great, because Gemini, you know how we like to socialize with people and visit with people and talk to people. Now, this month, Mercury goes retrograde, and some of you are familiar with the retrograde Mercury. When Mercury goes retrograde, it appears to be moving backwards in the heavens, and that is how it manifests here on planet Earth. Everything is confused. So you're probably saying to yourself, wait a minute, you mean things are going to get more confusing? Yes, they are. And this is why we do not begin any new projects under a retrograde Mercury. Instead, we tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects, all right? And we wait until after Mercury comes out of retrograde, which it will in October, before we begin new projects. It is a very confusing time. It is not just you, it's the whole world. Okay? All right. Having said that, even though there are some lovely aspects here, with Mercury retrograde, everything is unsettled. So the sun, the yellow planet, the giver of life, is in your fourth house of home and family, and you're feeling a lot more secure right now, just being at home. On the 22nd, the sun moves into your fifth house and you're ready to party. Do you have kids? This is a time to socialize with them or not. It doesn't matter. But Mercury is going to go retrograde on the 27th. On the new moon, the 6th, Mercury enters what is called the shadow of the retrograde Mercury. And when Mercury's in the shadow, it is not retrograde, but it feels like it is. So let's just say that from the 6th of September all the way through mid-October, everything is unsettled. You tie up the loose ends of unfinished business. You don't start new projects because anything begun during a retro either fizzles out completely or has to be redone within the year. Now, Mars, the red planet, what we fight with and fight for. It's in the fourth house of family. So there might be a family member who's driving you crazy. On the 14th, Mars moves into your fifth house and you will throw yourself into your relationships with your children, number one, or just your social life. Have fun. Have fun. Venus, the pink planet, the planet of love and beauty, is in your fifth house. And so you are ready to enjoy yourself. Your social life is your outlet. On the 10th, Venus moves into your sixth house of work, health, and service, and your health improves, which is awesome. I love it. Now, the new moon is September 6th. In 14 Capricorn. It's in your fourth house. And on the new moon, that's when energy starts moving forward. So it is easier to begin new projects during that time. But with Mercury retrograde, you don't want to risk it. 2 weeks later, the full moon on the 20th is in your 10th house of your career and your public image. And it's time for you to move upward and step into the lead slot. Yeah, baby. That's your forecast. That's our forecast. So I hope you found this interesting. Mercury is our ruling planet, so we can rock and roll with the retrograde more easily than a lot of other signs. It's still not fun because you make plans to do something and the plans fall through. That's just how it is. So, dear Gemini friends, just know that Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year, and this is just one of those times, okay? So, till we meet again next month, this is Maxine Taylor saying, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.